Right, let's not piss about. We've seen it. Another viral post about a so-called photographer ghost a bride, lost images or ran off with a deposit. Comments filled with report him, name and shame, scammer alert. But here's the twist that no one's talking about. What if you, yes, you, the photographer, was setting off all the same red flags and didn't know about it? So this episode is not about dragging scammers. It's about how we're turning the mirror back on the photography industry because so many of us are walking a very fine line between small business and dodgy as hell. So we're going to talk about it. So, hi, I'm Khandie. I run a business and I have a podcast. So, welcome. So, let's talk about the red flags that clients are spotting. I'm just going off some of the Facebook groups here. So, people, no public pricing, no contracts, no transparency. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't put your prices up or you should put your prices up, but when people are like vague about sharing them, okay? Clients aren't just booking on vibes anymore. They're getting smart. So, when your business looks like a game of DM me for info and you're handing over a paper contract, looks like it was photocopied since it's been photocopied since 2002, that's a red flag. I believe contracts now should be digital, time-stamped, and accessible. So if you're not using something, say like Studio Ninja, or I think there's Honeybooks like Blue, or even just a simple PDF signing service, you're telling clients you're not up to date. And if you don't have any contract, expect to be dragged. No leg to stand on legally, non-zip nada. Now you can come at me and say, but Facebook messages or text messages can't the contract and court a lot. Yeah, that's really professional, mate. Well done. You're doing really, really well there. I'm not angry that you don't put your price up. There's some people who say don't put your prices up. Me personally, I don't want the hassle of like someone going, "Hey, how much is this?" They're my prices. If you want to book me, that's how much I am. Done. That's me happy. I'm happy with that. But some people say they want them, so that's cool. You do you. But if there's no transparency over this, people are going to start wondering. And I have seen many a photographer, and I mean this, getting dragged because they have a meeting with the client, book it all in. The client goes, "How? So what's your prices?" And they're way over budget. So here's the thing: if you get the prices out to them quick, it'll stop all that extra admin for you. If you can automate it and it automatically sends them an email with your price list, that's great. But you could cut out the admin by having your prices on your website. I'm just saying, do what you want on that one. But having contracts that are still paper is a little bit of a red flag to me. By all means, print them out if they want them. But I also think you need to have them accessible. And that's why I use Studio Ninja. I do have a discount code. This is in no way affiliated with them, as in like this podcast was not about them, but I have a client management. Another one is no insurance. Now, your client probably doesn't know they not have insurance, but do you know how many times I'm in a photography group and someone will go, "Oh, the venue want my insurance. I don't have any. What do I do?" I'm like, how are you running a business without any? The legal bombshell is if you are uninsured and something goes wrong, the client can sue you personally, not your business, you. They can take your car, go after your house if they want, and your bank account. And when clients are asking, are you insured? Because they're being encouraged to by every article going, make sure they're insured. And if you reply, not yet, what for? Then honestly, you look like an amateur or worse, someone winging it at their expense. If your portfolio is giving AI, shoot and pray and panic, inconsistent editing, style shoots only, heavily retouched or overfilled work, the client can feel something is off. They're checking if your portfolio matches the work you deliver. And if you shoot 10 different looks and vibes, but you claim you have a signature style, that's a lie. They can see that lie. How is that a signature style? You're all over the place. If everything you post is a styled shoot and not real work, they'll assume you don't have paying clients. I want to talk about style shoots. I've talked about this on one of my podcasts about how they could be killing your business. I see many photographers putting style shoots up and not telling them that they're a styled shoot. This is an advertisement. I had an hour to shoot this. I didn't have the 5 minutes that I could have on your day. I had 14 people making sure that looked good. We came and we styled everything. That's not real. Don't ever pass styled shoots off as real work. No. If you've never shot a wedding, you need to tell your clients that, right? Because from the start, you're my first wedding, so that you get their expectation right. Okay. If you're second shooting, you've got some experience. But there are people out there who have only done style shoots and go to a wedding. I went to a wedding, right? And this photographer had only done style shoots. He showed up with one camera. He tried to claim his other camera was in for repair. Dude, you're a professional. You're paid a whack and you show up with one camera and you say, oh, it's just because everyone's in repair. Then you get a second camera. Because if you normally have two cameras and you show up with just one, people are going to ask why. Don't lie. He also had no idea how to shoot in the venue and actually came and asked me how to do the settings. I'm not joking. My friend who was getting married looked at me and went, oh my God, Khandie, I'm so sorry you're working away. It's cool, don't worry. They were so angry. So angry. And then when she showed me his work, I knew straight away they were style shoots. You know, this person had never done it. Okay. Style shoots have their place, but if that's your entire portfolio and your Instagram, that's a red flag, honey. That's a red friggin' flag to me. If your booking system is a mess, there's no clear system, confusing messages, rescheduling left and right, no confirmation emails. If your calendar looks like chaos and your client is doing all the chasing, that's not quirky small business vibes. That's not, I'll get to it. That is scam adjacent chaos. Okay. Give your client that warm, fuzzy feeling. When you book in with me, you get a thank if you've booked and you get a reminder your shoot's happening in a few days before. Yay. It's all done. I touch base quite a lot with my clients, probably maybe even too much, but I do it. Why? Because it gives them that warm, fuzzy feeling that I am not a scammer. Okay. Now, that's not to say people can't do all this and still be a scammer, but I am trying my best to show that I am not. Now, let's talk about the law. You can go consult this for yourself. So, obviously, this is just my interpretation. But yeah, if you're accepting payment and providing a service, this isn't a hobby, you're a business. And I've done a YouTube and a video and a podcast on that says this isn't a hobby, it's a business. Okay. And the law expects you to act like one. Consumer Rights Act in the UK gives clients the right to clear terms and reasonable timelines and refund options if you fail to deliver. If you use vague and verbal only agreements or refuse refunds when you've breached contract, you can be taken to the small claims court. You must be GDPR compliant if you store client details. Using WhatsApp box if they have no data protection in place, yeah, it's a legal thing, okay? I mean, honey, I do believe that they are now GDPR compliant, but you need to be checking this stuff. I'm not throwing these two apps under the bus, but I know they're very commonplace ones to use. This isn't just about looking professional. It's about being legal, which is why I deliver all of my galleries to my clients, digitals and stuff, and them to pick and whatever via a GDPR compliant software. Okay. One, it's really easy for me to look at stuff then, but also because I need it to be legal and above board because I'm a professional and my clients appreciate it. You might even be scaring clients off without realizing. Clients now research you harder than they'll research their own GP. They're just grateful they can get into a GP practice, honestly. Have you seen the state of the world right now? They are looking for consistent reviews, verified client galleries, not just styled ones, baby. Clarity in your process, secure payment options, professional communication. If you're inconsistent, hard to contact, or defensive when asked for details, you are giving that red flag energy big and loud. You're putting red flag bunting out, okay? Because let's be real, in a world where AI can fake photos, websites can be spoofed, and people can buy followers, you need to go the extra mile to build trust. And it's not just for your client, but for yourself. Ask yourself, would you trust you? Does your business feel like a business or a side hustle with a camera, honey? Can strangers figure out how to book you in under 5 clicks? If the answer is no, you got a clean house. Because if a client has to take more than 5 clicks to get booked in, we have a problem, Houston. We have an issue. Now, I could talk to you about how I do mine. Let's talk about how you fix it. How to unflag your business fast, okay? So use contract software or signing platforms and get them legally protected. It makes clients feel warm and fuzzy. I use Studio Ninja. It sends out a contract. They digitally sign it. That is legally binding. I can then sign it if I want to. It can be stored in their client portal. They can access it anytime to look at it. They can update me, send me emails, and it's all stored in one place. What's that? Warm and fuzzy. Also, it's got my branding on so they know, hey, this person's invested. This person's doing good. This looks professional. I have questionnaires. It automates, sends it out to them, questionnaires to ask them, is there any way I can make this shoot more comfortable? Do you need a makeup artist? Do you need this? Do you want this? What do you want? Any aversions to flash? Anything, right? They love it. It also, when the shoot's finished, sends them a, hey, how did I do? What can I do better? Blah, blah, blah things, right? It's nice. I can build stuff. You could, if you wanted to, set up a public FAQ, frequently asked questions, if you don't know what that acronym stands for, or highlight bubbles of your process. Be clear, be visible. Some of the things people ask when you book headshot sessions, I will put it in to my email to them on the confirmation of the shoot. Like what to wear, avoid this, do this, do this. I like that. It makes my client feel good. Some people call it style guide. I just put it in the email because people don't always want to download something. But that's fine. I have it in the email for them, so there's all the information. I have business insurance. It is not optional. I use Policy B, by the way. If people ask me this, I use Policy B. It's one of the greatest ones around. You might remember I got attacked. I lost my camera. As we say, lost, it was taken from me in a very unfortunate way. They got me sorted. And that was right when like the king was being coronated and then was the funeral. Yeah, I had that it was sorted within 7 working days. It was so quick. Now, there are many other camera insurance, photography insurance people out there, and they will just phone them up and ask them, what insurance do I need? And talk about it. And if you go, oh, that's so expensive. Yeah, it is. It's insurance. You have to have insurance. Sort it out. I hate that. Oh, it's so expensive. Well, that's part of your business model. That's why you have your prices. That's why you work out what your cost of doing business. Because guess what, honey? Insurance has to be in amongst all that. And showcase real client work, behind the scenes, testimonials, deliverables, not just stylized setups. People don't buy it. They hate it. It's done. Okay, you need to show realness, boo. Like, show you working, connect with your audience, make them enjoy what you're doing. It's a great way to sell yourself, because when people get to know you a bit more, it sells yourself a bit better. Okay. Use client management software. There's some free ones that exist. I don't know what they are, but I've been told they exist. Organization builds trust. I told you that I use Studio Ninja. There are I have a discount code, but honestly, go look for which one works for you. Remember, UK come under GDPR. Images come under GDPR. So you need to look at it. And stop pretending you're too artistic to be professional. You can be both, but you legally have to do the business side of it. And I'm sorry if this stung a bit. Good, because it means you're caring nothing to fix it. You've got to fix it. We can't be with so many people picking up a camera on Facebook, going on Facebook. Go, hi, I'm a photographer. I'm going to shoot this wedding. Everybody's going to love me. I'm amazing. Oh no, I'm not getting bookings. Oh, so I just looked on today, and yet another photographer. If that is a videographer, actually, I'm lying. Videographer has absconded with everyone's money and not given them their wedding videos. And in fact, one couple are waiting over a year. I don't think a day doesn't go past where I'm constantly seeing scams being outed. There's even a Facebook group for wedding scammers, and I'm in that group, and I just check because I never want to hire a second shooter that's appeared there ever. And I'm also seeing where photographers have used other photographers' work and pretended it's theirs. I mean, that happened to me. That was insane. But you need to you need to check you're not a red flag person. So many people, I had a friend who can understand why I thought it was weird that she had a client software that would send contracts, but she insisted on using a clunky online signing platform. Like, why wouldn't you just put it all in one place? Oh, because I'm like, honey, just put it all in one place. It's cohesive. It looks good. Otherwise, you're asking your client to download this app so they can sign this contract, but then you send them all the stuff via this software that could do the same, and they're not required to download anything. People don't want to download. Why are you making it complicated? Just easy. Make it easy for the end client. It's got to be easy. Okay. So next time you spot a scam post doing the rounds, don't just share it. Ask yourself, am I giving red flags? Could I be giving red flags? Fix it before someone posts your name next. I'm sure you're not. You listen to a podcast. I'm sure you're probably not a scammer, because this podcast doesn't attract that kind of thought process people, I can imagine. But if this episode's made you squirm a bit, or better yet, take action, share it. I want us to start a conversation where we start saying to people, hey, you need to do it this way because that's not right. I think the biggest one I see is people ignoring GDPR. They're like, I just sent the images over Facebook. That's you're not allowed to do that. You can't. No, stop doing that. Or what was the other one I saw? Oh, I don't have a contract. No, I just took Facebook messages. No, boo-boo. No. One, it makes people respect your work the moment you just get them to sign a contract. They go, oh, wait, this is serious. I've got to sign this. Okay. 2, it protects your ass. I mean, those are the 2. And the other one is insurance. I'm not even going to go into tax, because honestly, the amount of people who are working without paying tax or even registering for it annoys the shit out of me. Because they're like, I'm a legit business. You're not a legit business because you just told me not to register for tax. Yeah, but I want to keep the money. Yeah, but that's not legit business then, is it? You don't actually run a business. You're running a dodgy thing. No, I'm legit. But you're not. You're not. You're really not. Because if HMRC come knocking, they're going to go around your clients and ask them what they paid you. It's going to look really bad. Anyway, if it's made you squirm, if it made you feel, oh, I need to do it, it's fine. We're in a safe space. We're cool. I am going to do a downloadable checklist, or should I say the red flag auditor? If you want it, I'll put it on my mailing list. And I'll put the link to my mailing list in this chat so you can grab it in the description. So I do have one for education, and maybe I'll even adapt it for a YouTube follow video. Who knows? If you want it, let me know. But just say the word, honey. I got you. This is a short episode, but I'll see you all soon. Get out there, create, but make sure you're not being a red flag, okay? Be a red flag in any other part of your life. I'm joking. Don't do that in any other part of your life. Bye.